What is going on, everybody? Zonic here, and in today's video we have some legendary battles for you. Shadow Kyogre and Giratina Origin, submitted to the channel by a member of the community, Akax Racha PT. So shout out to this trainer, thank you for sharing these battles with us. Shadow Kyogre, right? Very strong legendary Pokemon for Open Master League, but can it compete in the Great League? We're going to find out. And Giratina Origin as well. Very hyped Pokemon from the recent Sinnoh event. The only way you can get it in the Great League is that trade. And I hope RNGesus is with you on that. I still have my one trade to do, and I'm waiting for EUIC in order to do that. But let's see how strong it is. Is it dominant in the Great League? We're going to find out. All right, getting into the first battle here. I believe this is just straight battle submissions as well, potentially. So we might have some loading times in between games as we find an opponent. But Giratina Origin, everyone, you guys got to let me know, is it overhyped or is it not? Is it like living up to the hype? There's been a lot of members of the community who swear by this Pokemon. I faced off against it, and it can be a nightmare to deal with. But we have Shadow Kyogre now versus Annihilape here on the lead. Let's see how much damage Waterfall is going to be doing. Both Pokemon actually just chunking each other with fast moves right here. Shadow Kyogre able to get to the Surf as well. This trainer decided not to unlock the second charge move because obviously it's a lot of Stardust as well. They do get a shield. And now the Annihilape is going to try to farm down with counter, which is going to be able to, but it's going to go down to one fast move right here. So it doesn't even get the charge move off. Shadow Dragonair takes it out. And we are already starting off fantastic here as Shadow Dragonair is going to be shredding apart the Greedent as well. All of that energy. The Annihilape had max 100 energy and is just gone. Shadow Dragonair here, going to put the pressure down with Body Slam spam as they're going to have to give up one shield now in this situation. There's still a Giratina Origin in the back, so this Greedent obviously would be a decent counter to that because of its normal typing. You would resist everything. Are they going to throw? Yeah, here we go. There's the Body Slam. I'm like, there's so much energy on this Shadow Dragonair. Here it comes. Body Slam will, boom, see ya. And the final Pokemon is going to be a Talonflame. Well, this is going to be a good game as they're going to be able to go ahead and go for Aqua Tail now. No, the opponent snuck through another Incinerate. That is unfortunate because I think Dragonair is now going to go down to the fast move. Yeah, they do go down. That is unfortunate. But Giratina Origin should be able to take this one with Shadow Ball so long as a Brave Bird doesn't land. It is going to be a fly. Still a good amount of damage right there, but they risked it for the biscuit, and the Shadow Ball will be able to take this out. So, good game regardless. Dragonair, unfortunately, could have completely swept that game if that extra Incinerate didn't go through, but that's okay. You know, that's fine. Giratina Origin, though, nice cleanup. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this is straight sets right here. We get to see Giratina Origin. I faced off against it a few times. I did well against it sometimes because I had good answers to that in terms of the move set that I had and the Pokemon that I had. And then other times I just got annihilated because I didn't have a great hard counter to it. I think with Giratina Origin potentially becoming more popular, especially in the higher ranks potentially, Umbreon may make a good comeback there. All right, we got Kyogre versus Whiscash on the lead. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting to see how much damage Waterfall is going to be doing. That's all I care about when it comes to Kyogre is the Waterfall damage. And look at that. That Whiscash is just getting shredded. Mud Bomb as well. Probably going to do a good amount. Probably below 50% HP here. Yeah, whoa, that's way more than I thought. It actually did about 50%. When I said below 50%, I meant getting them below the 50% total health mark, not literally doing 50% of Kyogre's health. So Whiscash now facing off against the Shadow Legendary Pokemon and just doing incredible damage. They're going to go ahead and decide to shield this Mud Bomb, as they will get to the Surf in time. This will obviously KO the Whiscash if they decide to no shield, so let's find out. Yeah, they decide to let it go. 1-to-1 shields. We do see the Annihilape come in, so Shadow Dragonair looking to shred it with Aqua Tail and Dragon Breath here. But Annihilape still in a good position to potentially fully farm down with counter, as they do have 50% HP remaining. So this is going to be a close one. They have to throw. Yeah, I don't think they get the full counter down. Shadow Dragonair totally fine with letting this go. I think we can all see what's coming. There's a Whiscash. There's an Annihilape. There's probably going to be a Skarmory or Talonflame or Noctowl. Ooh, if it's Noctowl, it might be game over. Or Altaria in the back. There's going to be some kind of flyer, right? A hard counter to grass-type Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and see a shield here on the Night Slash. Hopefully they get the fast move down with Shadow Claw. They do. There is the Skarmory in the back. Shields are down. So we'll have to see if the Giratina Origin is going to be able to survive long enough in order to get off multiple charge moves here. Shadow Ball is not enough to KO. They do have the Shadow Kyogre for the sack swap. Here it comes. They do go for the sack swap, but they don't get it in time. Skarmory is able to farm down, but an Ominous Wind is ready to go. Is this going to be enough damage? Do they get the boost? It also increases defenses, so if they get that... Oh, it is enough to KO. Skarmory goes down, Annihilate goes down to Shadow Claw, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. All right. Moving into the next one. That was close. That was absolutely close. Giratina Origin can be very powerful, but it also takes a lot of damage, right? It's not very defensive weighted in terms of its stats, especially in the Great League. As you guys have seen, some of the moves are just hitting it pretty hard. We do have Kyogre now versus Pelipper on the lead. So not the best of matchups. There are two great counters in the back, so we're going to see the Dragonair swap in right away, and we will see a Galarian Stunfisk come in. This is a throwback. This is a throwback to, I would say, 2022, maybe early 2023. The Pelipper Galarian Stunfisk core, very strong and very popular back in the day. Is it as strong now? Well, we're going to find out. Shadow Dragonair opting to no-shield the first charge move. It is going to be the Rock Slide, so not enough damage to KO. And they unfortunately don't get to the next Aqua Tail in time. So they're going to look to let the... Oh, they will decide to shield here. They're going to load up a bit more on energy. Go for this double Aqua Tail potentially. There it is on charge attack priority. Maybe they could have... it's fine. Aqua Tail here. Going to be no-shielded by the opponent. They could take hard switch right here, but I don't think you want to do that because Pelipper still has access to a Hurricane. So Rock Slide will be able to KO. Giratina is going to go ahead and come in and fast move down to get ahead on energy. Pelipper... And, ooh, it's gonna be a Diggersby in the back. The Pelipper coming in, but Waterfalls are still chunking. Look at that damage. If this Pelipper lands a Hurricane, I think it is game over. But if it gets no-shielded on the Weather Ball, Kyogre still takes a lot of damage. And thing is, like, the Kyogre has to align to this Diggersby now in order to have a chance to win, because the normal typing is just going to be resisting everything from Giratina Origin, right? Shadow Claw, Ominous Wind, Shadow Ball. Here comes the Surf, shielded there by the Pelipper. They know their win condition is going to be farming down with Wing Attack, and they get it. And now we're about to see the Hurricane come in, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. Does it one-shot? I'm going to say no. No, barely didn't one-shot. Now, obviously, yeah, they're going to surrender. There's a Diggersby in the back. Good game. All right, we're going to be moving into the next one. Oh, closing down the app. All right, this is the authentic battle submission right here. The full reload of the Pokemon game, as we will see them go into the next battle here. So that's the tough thing, is Giratina Origin. While it can be very strong in a lot of matchups, it can get walled very easily. Dark types and normal types, it's going to have a bad day, as we do have Annihilate, Shiny Annihilate here on the lead. We've seen how much damage Waterfall and Counter are doing in this matchup, and Kyogre definitely puts more pressure down, I think, as they should be able to survive the Night Slash right here. So they're going to go ahead and let it go. And now the Surf, I think this KOs the Annihilate, which is why it puts the pressure down on Annihilate in order to maintain switch advantage, so they will decide to shield. We are going to see the Giratina Origin come in and look to fast move down. This is perfect. Hopefully they'll be able to shield the Night Slash, get a good amount of energy, and hopefully there's no normal or dark type Pokemon in the back. Otherwise, Giratina Origin's energy is really not going to go a lot of places, but there's a Venusaur right there that swaps in. Shadow Dragonair comes in right away. They're anticipating Giratina Origin a potential sweep, so they swap out into a different positive matchup as they're looking to go for the Body Slam here soon in order to KO the Venusaur, as this is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Now, will Venusaur give up the final shield of this game? No, they're going to let it go. Annihilate's still alive, but very low. And let's see what's going to be coming in. It will be Lantern in the back. This is why they were so scared of Giratina Origin, is because they were hoping for a Lantern sweep, but unfortunately, Shadow Dragonair is able to get the body slam off below 50% HP already. There is a sacrificial swap ready for the opponent. They go for the Ominous Wind though, hoping for the boost, still doing neutral damage, and with the Giratina Origin typing as well, they're going to be resisting both Surf and Thunderbolt or Thunder, as they can easily let it go. Annihilape still lurking in the back, trying to catch a charge move. Here we go. Let's see if they can get it. No, Shadow Ball's thrown right away. This is going to be KOing the Lantern, and that is going to be a good game, very well played, as Annihilape will go down, boom, to Shadow Claw. Wow, Giratina Origin. I'm telling you, if it's not resisted, if these are neutral matchups, Giratina Origin is going to put in a lot of work. Good game. Alright, as we get into the next battle, what do you think so far? We're about, I would say about 50%, maybe a little less than 50% way through this video. What are you thinking so far of Giratina Origin? I think my full take there is, so long as there's no dark and normal types, I think it does really well. Even against some potential charmers like Shadow Alolan Ninetales, there's an opportunity there, depending on shields, to be able to potentially one-shot with Shadow Ball and Shadow Claw. So we see a Lickitung on the lead. This is obviously very nice for the Kyogre, considering the backline of Giratina Origin, but they got to watch out for the Power Whip. But what's very cool about the Shadow Kyogre in this situation is the water pressure that it brings, right? Waterfall and Surf, just look at that damage. 80%, 90% of the health gone by the first charge move. So they can easily shield and take switch advantage, which is what they're looking to do. Body Slam's going to be stopped. Waterfalls are chunking away. They swap into Dragonair to try to catch the charge move, as the Lickitung is able to throw at the last second, and it is just going to be a Body Slam, and we do see a Talonflame swap in. So Shadow Dragonair in a very good position to throw the Aqua Tail here for super effective damage. With Talonflame on the field, you got to start wondering, what is Pokemon number... Oh, boom! They just let it go! They're trusting in Annihilape to win this game, but little does the opponent know that there's a Giratina Origin with Shadow Claw lurking in the back. Kyogre's going to come in right away to force the energy here from Annihilape, which is going to give even more room for Giratina Origin to win this game. Shadow Claw is going to be chunking. Annihilape has to try to land a Shadow Ball in order to win, but unfortunately, they can easily shield this charge move and fast move down. They're gonna... Oh, I thought they were gonna risk it. I'm like, don't risk it. It's a clear win. All right, and Lickitung coming in is going to get fast move down as well, and that's going to be a good game. Very well played. Alright, so far so good, right? This Giratina Origin is putting in work. We have the, okay, he does jump cut ahead, that's good. Alright, this Giratina Origin is putting in work, everyone. I'm hopeful that I maybe get it, right? It's a 50% chance. I feel like those kind of trades are always 50-50, right? You either get it or you don't. Some of you who may look at the statistics of how many Giratina Origins could be under 1,500 compared to above 1,500 might disagree, but we will see a superior swap in, or a superior lead, so we're going to see the Giratina Origin swap in. This is very interesting that the opponent is not leaving. Giratina Origin might be a huge threat against the opponent's team as they go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball, and it lands. In comes Talonflame, and a threat it was. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Lantern as well, as we will see Ominous Wind now look to come through for a shield bait opportunity. The opponent decided to no shield. Now, is this going to be a Fly or a Flame Charge, or maybe even a Brave Bird? But it is going to be the Fly. Giratina Origin hangs on, looking to go for the Shadow Ball, and it gets there in time. The Talonflame is going to be forced to shield, and if it doesn't, well, it's getting boomed out of the skies. It does give up the shield. Now, Kyogre looking to come in with Waterfall. The Fly is easily 50%, if not more. This is a Talonflame. Oh, man, that is so much damage. And Kyogre felt the full force of that as Dragonair swaps in right away to catch the charge move. But was this Frenzy Plant? You're kind of hoping it's Aerial Ace. It is the Aerial Ace, so that is not going to do as much damage. Now they're going to have to shield. Shadow Dragonair is going to be facing off against who knows what, but they gotta get rid of this Superior, and very quickly a Skeledirge is gonna be coming in. This is gonna be a race to the charge move. Skeledirge and Disarming Voice with Dragonair and Aqua Tail. How close is this going to get? Remember, there is still a Kyogre with a good amount of health in the back. First Disarming Voice is going to be coming through. I think Skeledirge, was that 3 Incinerates? Yeah, it was. So they need 2 more. 1, 2. Oh, they throw it at the last second. Perfect timing right there, as Aqua Tail is going to be taking out the Skeledirge. Dragon Breath versus Vine Whip. What's going to be winning? Dragonair. Nice. Good game. All right. Man, you guys see the threat there, right? The Giratina Origin swap in, and they just couldn't do anything, right? What do you come in with? Skeledirge. You get fast move down while doing resisted fast move. Talonflame, same thing. Like, that whole team was extremely weak to Giratina Origin. So that was a close game still, nonetheless. But we have Talonflame. It's not Ho-Oh. Different Flying Fire. It's gonna be Talonflame and Shadow Whiscash here. Now, Mud Bomb does a lot of damage, especially in the Shadow on Shadow, as you guys are going to see. It's an incredible amount of damage, but they can still put down a lot of fast move pressure here. They're going to have to shield in order to maintain Switch. Do they need Switch? Not as much, considering the polarizing backline matchups against Talonflame, but they're going to want to try to farm down here and have 2 Aqua Tails ready to go, and that's very important because with the Talonflame coming in, you want to be able to throw 1 Aqua Tail, as actually the opponent decided to shield, so they're going to be forced to throw another Aqua Tail right away, and that is the good call because the opponent decided to double shield. So now the question is, do you let it go? And I think we're going to see that. Now, is it going to be Giratina Origin coming in for energy or Kyogre? It's going to be the Giratina Origin, as Talonflame now going to be coming in. If Talonflame's the best matchup, you already know Giratina Origin is going to be sweeping this game. Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball is going to be taking it. You just got to ask yourself, what is in the back? Maybe an Annihilate? No, a Trevenant, even better! Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball are going to be booming. There's still the Kyogre that the Talonflame has to deal with, but we don't care. Shadow Ball here is going to be coming through against the Trevenant any second. Wait for it. There it is. Boom! See ya! And now bring in the Kyogre. We got to see those waterfalls. Please, just bring it in. Don't go for Shadow Ball. Bring in the Kyogre. You know your opponent closed the app. Oh, we wanted to see the waterfalls. All right, good game. All right. So far, this is pretty impressive. I'm very hopeful that I can get it. I know I mentioned before about the 50-50 chance, right? To me, it's either you do or you don't in those kinds of situations. So hopefully, I'm going to be trading with Status Stan in order to get it, so hopefully I can get that. Here we go. Kyogre versus Shadow Dragonair. Bad matchup, and honestly bad everything. They're gonna go ahead and come in with their own Dragonair. Just look to a fast move down. They draw out a Lickitung. That's huge, everyone. Absolutely huge. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Bastiodon in the back as well. It's a pretty popular team. Shadow Dragonair, Bastiodon, and Lickitung acts as the safe swap. I guess Lickitung coming in does a bit better against the Kyogre, which is why they decided to do that. If it is in fact Bastiodon in the back, right? Because you would think, oh, that's steel typing to resist Dragon Breath. But if you take a look at how the matchups are shaping up, the Lickitung could take Switch and potentially get to a Power Whip, right, for super effective damage. Even the Body Slam would do a good amount. So Body Slam's going to go ahead and come through. Kyogre now needs to come in and fast move down. Or maybe they come in with Kyogre right here. Hopefully they can get the fast move down in time. Oh, they do. That's huge. All right, Waterfall and Surf. Going to be doing a good... That Waterfall actually did a good amount of damage there against the Shadow Dragonair. So this Surf is going to be forcing the final shield. And we will see a swap out now into Giratina Origin. And it's actually going to be a Whiscash in the back. I was wrong, but it doesn't matter. Giratina Origin is loving life here in the Great League. It found a new pasture to settle down in as The Great League just hits a bit different than Master League, right? Giratina Origin dominates so many Pokemon in this meta because of its typing and its moveset, and we are about to see pure domination as they're going to go ahead and shield, fast move down with Shadow Claw, and look to close this game out with a boomin' Shadow Ball. So that is going to be a good game, very well played here. Oh no, they won the charge attack priority! Aqua Tail, still enough to KO. Kyogre comes in. It's going to be a race, but I think Dragonair is going to take it. I spoke way too soon. Shadow Dragonair is showing who's the top dragon of this game, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. All right, moving to the next one. I think we got two more. We have... Let's see here. Ooh, that was a close one. I forgot about the Dragonair energy. It makes a lot of sense. Maybe throwing the Ominous Wind and saving a shield for Kyogre might have... Actually, no, they went down to Dragon Breath anyways. No, maybe shield throwing the Ominous Wind to get rid of Whiscash and then doing the Shadow Claw damage. We got Buzzwole here on the lead. All right, interesting lead. We're going to see Waterfall just chunk. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so much damage. There's a swap into Giratina to try to catch the charge move. All of it's going to be resisted. The lunge and the superpower. There we go. I got it. Bastiodon swaps in. Interesting. Okay, I really want to see how much damage Giratina Origin can do against a Bastiodon. That's going to be a very good good thing to note for the old knowledge pool up there, right? Knowing how much damage a move is going to be doing in these matchups. And for Bastiodon, it looks to be a decent chunk, maybe like 15% of its health or so. As we will see a roll, they get to the next Shadow Ball in time. That is huge. That is extra chip damage that was really needed for this matchup so that Kyogre could come in and fast move down a lot quicker. As we will get one Waterfall through, but a Stone Edge is going to be thrown. Now, we'll have to see if Shadow Dragonair can close this game out. They already got the Bastiodon onto the field. So hope, oh, it is going to be a Lantern in the back. The Dragonair is going to come in right away. And this is where things get very interesting as Buzzwole doesn't, oh, it does get to the charge move in time. They have to shield right here. And now this is the very tough thing. Just because Shadow Dragonair is a counter to Lantern doesn't mean it can't win this game. It has 2-0 shields. So as long as it's shielding these body slams, one Thunderbolt is actually going to be enough to KO right here with the spark damage, or near enough. And then Kyogre's just a sitting duck, or a sitting whale, a beached whale. As a matter of fact, yeah, we're going to see the spark, yeah, they know it, yep. Lantern's gonna beach this Kyogre right here. Surf is going to be coming through though, so... Still a good amount of damage to get that final shield from your opponent. Don't let him take it into the next game. That wouldn't be fair, right, to the next trainer. 3 shields is a little too much, as the Surf is going to be coming through to KO the Kyogre, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. All right, moving into the final battle. Here we go. Buckle up. Last one of this video. Will we see a Giratina Origin booming sweep? Let's find out. We have Azumarill on the lead. Well, that is a tough Pokemon to be facing off against, obviously, for this team. But Waterfall and Surf are actually doing a good amount of damage. Look at the chunks right there. That is a respectable amount, which means Surf is going to be doing quite a bit as well, like 50% HP. There it is, 50%, basically on the dot. As they're going to go ahead and no-shield the Play Rough here. Yeah, it is going to be the Play Rough. They swap into Giratina Origin now to get ahead on energy, and Trevenant's going to be coming in, and this is beautiful. They can easily go for Ominous Winds. Shield baiting opportunity while still doing super effective damage and a chance to boost. Nothing gets much better than that as they do get the shield. They get the boost. Here we go. Off to the races now as Giratina Origin is going to go for the full farm down. Ladies and gentlemen, battlers of all ages, you waited long enough. Please shield. Thank you. Here we go. Shadow Claw down. If you stuck around this. No! They get to another Seed Bomb in time. Giratina Origin is forced to double shield. But will we see the sweep? We saw the boost. It is defensive and offensive. Here we go. First Shadow Ball now against the Azumarill. You can feel the energy from the trainer with the swipes. They are excited to get a sweep. Boom! Down goes the Azumarill. Final Pokemon is going to be Annihilape. Here we go. Ominous Wind going to be coming through. Annihilape has to get to a Night Slash in time, but this Ominous Wind is going to be doing way too much damage. It gets a double boost. The counter swap into Kyogre. We see it in the final game. If you stuck around to the end, this is the best battle of the video. Annihilape forced to counter down. Here we... Oh, they come in with Dragonair instead. Come on. Come on. We wanted to see the sweep. We wanted to see the sweep. Here we go. Ice Punch. Not enough to KO. They will be able to Dragon Breath down, and one Shadow Claw is going to take it. I wanted to... Oh, man. Good game. All right. Cax Racha PT, thank you for sharing these battles with us. We'll go ahead and send it back to the beginning. Wanted a cool set of battles, right? We had Shadow Kyogre, we had Shadow Dragonair, and we had Giratina Origin. That was a very good set. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.